Hello guys, this is a short video about a gold farm method in Zul'Gurub, the old 20-man raid in Stranglethorn Vale. The main purpose is to kill many trash mobs that can drop Hakari bijous and coins, which can be used to increase the reputation with Zandala tribe, unlocking access to swiftness of Zanza for fast clear runs and shoulder enchants which can be put on heirlooms. For those reasons, Zandala reputation items seem to be quite valuable right now, with bijous selling for around 10 to even 15 gold and more on my server. Since that will be our main gold source, check the auction house prices for those items on your server before considering this farm approach. The talents used in this run are similar to other trash farm runs, for example in Karazhan, focusing on the focus attacks talent and assassination tree and some avoidance and combat talents like blade flurry and adrenaline rush in combat tree. For Glyphs, fan of knives and evasion are key again, the third option being adrenaline rush. I haven't tested this farm in many different gear sets, but there is really nothing special besides the weapons. Feldstriker is really good here, since you will reach nearly 100% uptime because of the huge number of mobs attacking simultaneously. However, my data collected over 15 runs shows that nearly half the amount of energy gained via focus attacks is wasted because of energy cap, so an earlier use of adrenaline rush in the pulse should yield enough energy for the fight if you don't have Feldstriker. Death Dealer set is not required for this run, since there is enough time between the fights that 2-minute evasion cooldown is sufficient. Besides that, I have some Nux 10, some Nux 25 items equipped, but the gear score of 3.3k shows that there is room for improvement. Overall, a huge life pool is nice to have, which is why I go for an HP flask. Instant poison on both weapons as usual. For the first pull, we will mount up and head towards Jindo the Hexer. We start the pull by simply running mounted up into the first group on the left hand side. After that, we run around this area and collect in all remaining trash mob groups and pull them into one single location. You don't need to worry about getting dismounted, but you can run around the mobs to avoid hits, and the mobs will aggro themselves if other mobs which already have aggro on you start to run close by. This corner is where we want to fight all the mobs back against the wall, using cooldowns and cleaving all mobs down using fan of knives. If you get cursed, simply cloak it away. Since there are quite a few mobs to loot, I recommend some add-on to speed up the process. For the second and last pull, we head towards the area of WOTLK. If you find panther patrols on the way, you can collect them, but be careful of the berserker, we don't want to pull them. Don't worry about evasion not being off cooldown yet. The pull itself will take quite a long time, so when we are actually fighting the mobs, we will have evasion cooldown available. To see when you actually get aggro from one of these mobs, simply put one of them into your target, and if you have target of target enabled, you will see when the mob is looking at you and following you. In this pull we need to be careful to not run too far ahead of our mobs, because else they might de-aggro, which is not what we want. By hugging the wall and later running inside the circle you're running, you're allowing for mobs which are farther behind to catch up, to tighten up the pull. When our mobs around the temple are collected, we go upstairs. And, you guessed it right, continue our collection journey. Now that we've collected everything outside, we go inside. The last pack we may pull is optional and is the marked pack below us. If you're an engineer, you can use your boots and sprint past the next trash pack like I do here. As an alternative, you can try to jump the ledge down here and pull the last pack this way, but it is dangerous. Target one of the hunters in the back and simply pull them by using a ranged weapon. After that, you sprint to escape the incoming mobs and find a cozy little place where we will fight all the mobs. Here you may bandage up and wait for the mobs to approach you. Blow cooldowns and let the show begin. There are quite a few blood drinker in these trash packs, which have the ability to drain life. Usually you can brute force your way to victory anyway, and if only a few of them are remaining and you have 3 globals anyway, you can kick, gorge or blind them to interrupt the healing effect. If not used yet, use Adrenaline Rush to finish off the last mobs. While running back to the entrance of the instance to reset, let's see what we got this run. 15 bijous, quite a lot of coins and also a lot of rune cloth, in case you have any use case for that. This one was quite good, because in my experience you get around 12 Hakari bijous on each run, meaning you have 60 after 5 lockouts. Here you can see some sample data after 5 runs each. Since one run takes close to 7 minutes, after 35 minutes we reach lockout for this hour. This adds up to over 800 gold in these 35 minutes, given that we vendor all the greens, the rune cloth, and can sell the bijous and coins, for example at the auction house. Not taken into account here is cost, for example for field repair bots, because your inventory might get clumped up and you need to vendor at some point between the runs. This was my guide, thanks for watching and have a nice day.